Today is episode 2 of the Survivor Multiverse. As you can see, if you watched last episode, I highly recommending it before you watch this one. So, spoilers ahead. And 3, 2, 1. So last episode, Cream got eliminated from Blue Tribe. And as soon as they come back to camp, I think all of them go to sleep at their camp, except 2 campers that are going looking for the idol. And this can be anyone. And one of them successfully found one without the other one finding it. So the blue team's idol has been found. When they wake up, they see a letter for the challenge, which is they had to send one person for an endurance challenge. And that this team sends Guile. Okay, so we're at the challenge, and green team picked Wendy, and orange team picked Queen of Hearts. I'm just gonna call her Queen. And at the challenge, it's this challenge from Survivor where you have to hang on to the poles and then slowly move down. And immediately, all 3 of them last 5 minutes holding on. And then once it's done, they have to move down. And Guile and Wendy do the transfer so good. So they're in. But Queen slips her hand and falls, losing her team the challenge. Queen comes back to camp. She learns that she is... As soon as Queen comes back to camp, her tribe learns that she lost the challenge, which means they're going to tribal tonight. So before the tribal, Queen knows she's gonna get voted out. So she goes looking for the idol, and she goes by the water well and looks in the water well, and deep at the very bottom of it, there's the idol hint in parchment. But she finds out that someone else took it while she was gone. So there's no idol. So she tells Grinch, her number 1 ally, and that she's scared because the idol was taken. And as that happens, they're called to go to tribal. So we're at tribal, and there's not really discussion because we already know who's going home. So everyone goes to vote, and then we announce, does anyone have an advantage you want to play? The Grinch stands up, having an idol, and he plays it for Queen, giving her immunity. As the votes are read, first vote, Queen. Second vote, Queen does not count. Third vote, Queen does not count. Fourth vote, Queen does not count. Fifth vote, Queen does not count. Sixth vote, Queen does not count. Seventh vote, Lorenzo. The second person voted out of the Survivor Multiverse. As we get back to camp, everyone is shocked and not mad at Queen. They're mad at the Grinch for saving her and idling out Lorenzo. But everyone just ignores it and just goes to sleep. In the morning, we learn what the challenge is, and the challenge is Bed Wars, but Bed Wars in real life. And it's not actually killing, it's like in VR, so the characters don't actually like die. And they had to select a team of 4 people because they're doing squads to go. Okay, we're at the challenge, and it's, like I said, Bed Wars. And the 4 members on blue team are Guile, Perry, Mugman, and Coraline. Green tribe, it's Wendy, Mikey, Toph, and Bumblebee. And on Daffy is on orange, and the rest of orange is Stella, Ron, and Elastigirl. And as they're here, they get 2 twists. this night is going to be a double elimination. Only one tribe is winning, and the only people allowed to go to tribal council are the people that are in the challenge. So everyone's that's back at camp, which is Stella, the Grinch Queen, Disgust, Sean, Carl, Marge, and Velma, Shy Guy, and Luann are all safe for this tribal council if their tribe loses. So immediately, I think on offense is Bumblebee, Mikey, and Wendy in Toph's defense, and offense is Elastigirl and Della, and here is Guile and Perry. And I think Elastigirl uses her arms to advantage and jumps to their island, Blue Tribes, and breaks the bed while Guile and Perry are on Green Island. And she gets to bed and eliminates Coraline and Mugman and heads back to her base. While this is happening, Blue are in a fight for V2, and they are smart enough to get out. But since Bumblebee has his jetpack things, Perry isn't able to escape. But Guile, he hits into the void, and since he has no jetpack thing, he can get saved. So already, Perry's the last one left on his tribe, and he's smart enough just to stay back and watch them fight. And they trade because Bumblebee comes here and breaks their bed, and Elastigirl breaks their bed. And they're both quickly killed because they're in 3v1s. And then Della realizes that Daffy should go because he's the worst fighter and fight Perry, who's alone. But while he goes, he dies to Perry, and now they're in a 3v2. Well, Ron gets Mikey low with his magic, and Della finishes him off. Wendy kills Della, and Toph is fighting Ron. But Wendy sees Perry sneaking up behind him and gets Perry, which means Blue's the first team going to tribal. And then eventually they finish off Ron. But Ron actually survives and shoots Wendy with magic, killing Wendy. And it's a 1v1, Toph versus Ron. And Ron realizes if he goes to someone that's not planned and he can just go in a building like the lighthouse. And then once he goes in the lighthouse, Toph will not be able to find him. And he goes in the lighthouse and keeps shooting her with magic, killing her. Which means Ron won Orange Team immunity. Okay, so we're at tribal. And instead of doing a joint tribal, it's two tribals like I said. But Blue tribe is going first because they lost first. And Guile and Perry are in our alliance. So whoever they vote for goes home. So Coraline and Mugman stalemate and vote each other. And it's up to Perry and Guile. And the person they decide to vote out is Mugman, because they think he's weaker in the challenges and he's not that much help at camp. So these three go back to camp out of the night. So what happens after this is Green comes to tribal for the first time, and Wendy and Toph vote Bumblebee and tells Mikey that if Bumblebee is not voted out, it's going to be him. And that's obviously not true, but it scares him enough to vote Bumblebee, getting him eliminated, even though he's better at the challenges. They went to tribal right after the immunity challenge, so their tribe does not know what just happened. Camp. Luann knew Mugman was going home once they figured out what happened, so she just accepted it and realized if she joins the Strong Alliance, that means she's in a free tie. So she goes talking to them, and they accept her because they realize once they vote Luann out, it's going to be a 2v free unless they make it merge. And they don't know when merge is, so they accept it. And then at Dream Tribe, they were surprised Bumblebee went home. And they just said Bumblebee was going crazy and didn't help at the challenge at all, which was not true. But he was kind of a liability, technically. But it just made Mikey sad, but he had to go along with it. And that's the end of this episode, and I hope you guys liked it. Bye!